My friends, I've got a lot to tell you about, so I would suggest getting your favorite beverage and something to snack on, because this one could be a long one. I've got a new project to tell you about, one that was basically thrust upon me. I'll also tell you how the Mountain View thing went and maybe show you little video clips from that. I've got some more video clips of other things that have happened since I talked to you last as well. We'll get into all of that right after this. Hello, my friends. Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks workshop. It is Monday, June 12th. And yeah, I'm not kidding. I got a lot to talk about. I'll start with something simple. See these squares? Well, I got 25 of these. See this square? I got 50 of these. What's the difference? Well, this one's an 1/8 inch thick. This one's a 1/4 inch thick. They're real clear plywood, and I bought them for material to use on my laser cutter. I have an idea of making a few novelty items that I might sell on my website. That's one of the ideas, but also it's just to have it in stock so that when I need to cut out a part, or maybe even when I'm just trying to prototype something, this stuff is good material for prototyping on the laser cutter. Been needing that for quite a while. Well, I mentioned I got a new project thrust upon me. Take a look at this video. Another little project that I get to work on is, you see that? It ain't supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like that. Yeah, this broke off right there, broke off of there. No fun. That broke off just before I left to go to Mountain View, so I had that hanging over my head the time I was down there, knowing that I had to come back and fix this. But at least the tractor tire's still holding air. This one and that one, because they were both bad. Yeah, my wife was using the Bobcat just before I left to go to Mountain View, and she said, "I broke the Bobcat." And yeah, she did. But I don't necessarily think it was her fault. Those are aftermarket cylinders, and the rods are probably not welded the best. And I don't see this as a huge problem. At least I don't see it as a huge problem right now. I think I can weld it where it will hold. It's going to take some grinding and realignment and all that. But that's going to be my charge for today, probably right after we're done with this video. Another thing has changed since last we talked. I ordered the cat's meow of mesh systems. It's a TP-Link Deco system, and it's Wi-Fi 7. It's the first of the Wi-Fi 7 to hit the market, and you have to pay up for that, and I did. I paid up, but it's sort of like buy once, cry once. This thing has had remarkable reviews. I've been watching them on the internet, and it outdoes everything out there by many times over. So I'm real pleased to have it. It seems to be working really well for me right now. One of the big benefits for me is it should tie all the machines together where I can get to them very easily without all the intermittent problems that I've been having in the past. At least that's what I'm hoping. Plus, when I get the new fiber optic internet in here and run the fiber optic up to the house, it just should be the cat's meow of networks. So I'll be really tickled when all that gets done. But take a look at this video right now to see where we're at the moment. Well, friends, this is my new mesh system. It says Deco, if you will see that. It's a TP-Link. And this one is in the kitchen area here of the house. This brings it to the back of the house. And so it's Wi-Fi, but I also have cable run through the attic into my man cave over there. And I have a switch in there that runs the TV and my computer and things. And then in the front window of the house, we have this second mesh here. And actually, I'm showing you this in reverse. I know you can't see this very well, everything's dark. But this is sitting in this window, and it's talking to the workshop way down there. So there's another mesh router in the window of the workshop down there. And presently, that's how this is working. It's all working via Wi-Fi. Up in the house, we're getting 20 megabytes per second, which isn't too bad, really. Plenty to stream videos and things. But I'm going to run a fiber cable from the workshop way down there, all the way up, probably up this ditch line, and put it in conduit and bring it to this router. Then we'll get the same speeds in the house that we get down there at the shop. Well, that's where the mesh Wi-Fi router is sitting in the house up there, in that picture window that you can see just over the top of that shed. And it's talking to the mesh Wi-Fi router right here in this window of the shed. So there's a lot of stuff in the way. The Wi-Fi signal is still adequate, believe it or not, but it could be better, and it will be better once I run fiber between the shop here and all the way up the ditch line up to the house. So you can see that I have the router sitting up on a bunch of blocks and pipes and things just to get it up plenty high to clear that shed and be able to have line of sight to that picture window. Don't ask me how it works, but it works pretty good, actually. Well, hope you enjoyed seeing my present Wi-Fi system. And just for the record, the only actual Wi-Fi connection is between the shop and the house. Everything else is connected via Ethernet. And I say everything else, not our phones, obviously, but, you know, and my tablet is Wi-Fi. But anything that can be connected with Ethernet is connected with Ethernet, which makes it much, much faster. Well, we did have a good time down at Mountain View, Arkansas. Met quite a few people down there. Dan and Elizabeth Taylor. Take a look at this photo. Dan and Elizabeth are from Arkansas, Central Arkansas. I think I seem to remember meeting them down there once before, but I'm not positive of that. I meet so many folks and see so many people, so I don't remember if this was their first time that we've met down there or the second. I can't remember. But anyway, we had some good conversations and they seemed to enjoy the jamming. I also met Bo Horn back down there, and I met Bo a few years ago. He's from Louisiana. He's a preacher. Actually, he's a retired preacher, I believe. Bo is a good singer, and I think I have a video clip of Bo too. If it turned out, you'll see that right now.
I can't stop wanting you. It's useless to say, so I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday. So I'll just live my life in dreams of yesterday.
Good job, Ray.
Well, hope you enjoyed that clip of Bo during our little jam there. Just a little piece of him singing. He's got some really good songs and he does a really good job with them. Some of my usuals were down there. Don Davis, our bass player, and Bill Pilliard, our guitar player, was down there also. Unfortunately, Gary Haven, the guitar player, and Beverly Spencer weren't able to make it, nor was Leon Pruitt on banjo. So it was just a few of us down there from the band, but we did have a good time. The weather was absolutely perfect. We may be going back in October, can't say for sure on that. One of the other fun things that we did while we were in Mountain View was we played on a little local radio station, 88.5 down there. Here's a photo of the little tiny radio station. It's primarily an internet radio station. And here's a little bit of the music that we played while we were there and a bit of an interview. And then Bill Pilliard is singing a song at the end as well.
Well, I have got some special guests in the studio today. I've got Jim and Bill and Jerry Rosa from Rosa Stringworks, and they're going to do some live music here. How about a little Merle Haggard? You got some Merle Haggard?
We got a Merle Haggard called Mama Tried.
Sounds great.
Lonesome whistle blowing and youngest dream of growing up to ride. On a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild. My mama seemed to know what lay in store. In spite of all my Sunday learning, toward the bad I kept on turning till Mama couldn't hold me anymore.
Nice job. And Max Approval got a tail wag from the official music mascot of the Club Possum Show, Max. Very good. Thank you guys.
40 years.
So many. Yeah. I didn't want to throw an age out there, but yeah.
40
very
years.
Good, yeah. I know you've been coming to Mountain View for many
years, about 20 years to Mountain View, I guess. And I've built and repaired lots of instruments for people literally all over the world.
Very cool.
It's been a lucrative business that I just retired from about 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not going to be building or repairing any more instruments, but I've got plenty of farm chores that I'm going to be putting on my YouTube channel instead, building and making machinery and tools and all kinds of things.
Very cool. Well, there's still, you probably have, what you said, about 1,500 videos?
Over 1,500 videos on YouTube presently. If you just type in RSW and the word chocolate, you'll see a repair on a violin that was totally crushed in a moving van, and it was a $30,000 violin that I completely restored, put it back splinter by splinter.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's very cool. You also have a lot of your mandolin players, some really good videos about playing mandolin.
Yeah, I have quite a few. There's my band, and Bill's featured on a video or two. We've got a lot of variety out there. In fact, there's more than just music already. There's things like I built a log splitter and a dump trailer and all kinds of things that are out there. But anything you type, if you just type in RSW and a subject like violin or guitar or anything like that, you'll find all kinds of videos on that particular subject.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you guys have one more you want to do for us before you take off?
You got one, Bill?
Yeah. All right. Do you have a group name I could advertise?
We're the Wildflower Porch Pickers.
Wildflower Porch Pickers. I'll take that. Awesome. All right. Wildflower Porch Pickers. Don't they know come judgment day all the gold and silver will wash away. I'd rather be in a deep dark grave and I know that my soul will say than to live in this world in a house of gold. Oh my God, and do my soul.
silver dew. When your heart's not pure and true, sinners hear what I say. Fall down on your knees and pray. I'd rather be in a deep dark grave than to know that my poor soul was saved, than to live in this world in the house of God. La la God and do my soul. I'd rather be in a deep dark grave and to know that my poor soul was saved, than to live in this world in a house of gold. La la God and do my soul. La la God and do my soul.
Excellent. Another tail wag from the Club Possum mascot dog. Approval, tail wag of approval. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and playing.
Well, I think that's going to be it for today. I've got my work cut out for me, and I better get busy. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please do that. We've got a lot more content coming.